What's up everyone, my name is Augustine, I'm a musician and a massive fan of the Beatles. I'm here in Liverpool, England, and in today's video I'm gonna show you Ringo Starr's childhood home. Now before we get to Ringo's house, I wanna let you know that this YouTube channel is actually dedicated to the Beatles, so if you love the Beatles as much as I do, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like the rest of my videos, so please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. So this is 10 Admiral Grove and it's the house in which Ringo Starr lived for 20 years before he rose to fame with the Beatles. Unlike John Lennon and Paul McCartney's houses, this one doesn't have any blue plaque or anything, so yeah, I just found it on Google. And there behind me you can see the Magical Mystery Tour bus. I think they're coming this way. 10 Admiral Grove, a property in Dingle, Liverpool, England, is the house in which Ringo Starr lived for 20 years before he rose to fame with the Beatles. Starr's infant school, St. Silas Primary School on Madryn Street, was yards away from his front door. He was a sickly child, and due to his many absences from school, he was taught to read and write at home. A severe bout of peritonitis led him to spend much of his 7th year at the Royal Children's Hospital. When Ringo was 13, his mother Elsie married a Londoner, Harry Graves.
Okay, well let's cross over. And this is Admiral Grove, where I lived from when I was 5 to when I was 22. I remember when I was 5 when we moved from over the road where we'll go later. We didn't have a bathroom, so I spent, and we still have the victory sign, that was from when the war was over. The V is over there for victory. We had a big street party here for all the kids. This house is probably 20 foot square, and when I was 21, we had 80 people in here. We had a great birthday.
Right in the corner of Ringo's house, there's this really nice pub called the Empress. Ringo used a picture of the pub for the cover of his album Sentimental Journey. Sadly, the pub is closed right now because it's very early in the morning, but during my first visit to Liverpool in 2018, I had the chance to see inside, and it's a really nice pub. They have a big picture of Ringo, and also the owners are really nice. And also next to the pub, we can see a fish and chips shop named after Ringo, which is of course a huge honor.
And if you look over the road now, you'll see the Empress pub, which is on the top of Admiral Grove where I live, where we're going down. It happens to be now the John, Paul, George and Ringo pub. And if you look at my album, Sentimental Journey, you'll see I have this on the cover. And you'll see my mum and my auntie and everyone, we put photographs of them in the window. And you were in it too.
Yeah, an all in it.
Okay, so now we are here in the Welsh Streets in Liverpool. It's an area of around 450 houses built in the 19th century by Welsh workers for people from Wales who came to Liverpool looking for work and housing. Right here we can see number 9 Madryn Street, the house where Ringo Starr lived for 4 years before moving into 10 Admiral Grove. Right in front of number 9 Madryn Street we have number 8 Madryn Street, and here we can see in the bricks it says Beatles, because a Beatles fan used to live here and he dedicated the house to his favorite band. On the 7th of July 1940, Starr, then known as Richard Starkey, was born at 9 Madryn Street in Liverpool district known as Dingle. The neighborhood was heavily damaged by aerial bombing during the Second World War. His father, also Richard, and mother Elsie rented a house at 9 Madryn Street for 10 shillings a week. His parents separated when Ringo was 3 years old, and Elsie and her son moved into a smaller, less expensive 2-up, 2-down house at 10 Admiral Grove. This remains Ringo's home until 1963, when he became famous and he moved to London with the Beatles. In 2010, it was announced that Starr's Madryn Street birthplace was to be demolished. Local groups called for its preservation, and the city had to board up the house due to relic hunters stealing bricks. An online petition demanding that the house be preserved by the National Trust collected nearly 4,000 signatures. In 2012, Housing Minister Grant Shapps confirmed that the house would be saved from demolition. In January 2013, it was announced that local residents had backed a development plan that would include restoration of 9 Madryn Street. However, the Department for Communities and Local Government announced in September 2013 that it would hold a public inquiry into the plans. In the Beatles anthology, Starr is quoted as saying, "I don't remember the inside of our house in Madryn Street. I was a baby. However, he does remember his grandparents' house, which was also in Madryn Street. Elsie and Harry were persuaded to leave Admiral Grove for another house in Liverpool that Starr bought for them. Starr would pay homage to both his Madryn Street and Admiral Grove addresses in 2008 song Liverpool 8.
Madryn Street. This was the first house I lived in from when I was days old, when we came out of the hospital, the Women's Children's Hospital, I believe, to here, number 9. We must come this way. So this is where I spent my early years. Hi. And it looks exactly the same. Oh, look, it's got this on too. Thank you. I'm having my photo taken. Sorry? I spent the first 5 years of my life here. From when I was 5. We moved from this big house to the little house. Yes, I'm sure it is. Yeah. It's like a home for pigeons now. So that's it. And when there was a big hole over there where those new houses are, that was a big playground for us kids because the bombs dropped around here. And there used to be bomb shelters up and down the street so we could all hide in them. And my grandparents lived at the bottom house in this street where we used to go and hide when the war was on.
In 2016, the house at 10 Admiral Grove was purchased by a Beatles fan who also owns houses owned previously by George Harrison and John Lennon's mother, Julia. During my last visit to Liverpool, I had the chance to step into the houses of Paul McCartney and John Lennon, and I made videos showing you inside the houses as well, so if you want to watch them, I'm going to link them somewhere here. Sadly, Ringo Starr's house is not owned by the National Trust and is not a museum or anything like that, so I can't show you inside the house, but hopefully in the future we're gonna have the chance to see inside the house as well. Alright, this is pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and there's a PayPal link as well, so every donation will be absolutely appreciated. And the most important thing is, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, because this is a channel about the Beatles, and if you love the Beatles as much as I do, I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy most of my videos. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time. Bye.
Well, I'm afraid that's us run out of time.
Oh,
I'm really
okay.
sorry.
Oh,
So,
bye, everyone.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you